we're gonna be making crispy ravioli and marinara sauce. You can either use canned marinara sauce, but we're gonna make some fresh marinara sauce. So first, let's start with the ravioli. I have my store-bought ravioli chilling in the fridge because we don't want it to get too warm before we cook it. But you can also make fresh ravioli if you want. But okay, let's start. So I have 2 large eggs that I'm gonna crack into a shallow dish here. Using room temperature eggs helps with the process because they're easier to crack and room temperature eggs are just better to cook with. And now I'm gonna I have 2 tablespoons of water here and just add that in to a little liquefier. And I'm gonna hand whisk this until it's fully incorporated. Not adding anything else to this, so this is our first coat for the ravioli. Okay, so this is the second part of the breading station. We have our eggs here that we did in the last part. So here I've combined 1 teaspoon each of Italian seasoning, coarse kosher salt, and garlic powder. So I'm gonna put that. I've grated a 1/2 cup of Parmesan, which is gonna be a base of our breading, and I put a cup of breadcrumbs, preferably panko, but we couldn't find that because we're in quarantine. And we're just gonna mix this up, make sure it's thoroughly combined. Make sure you have a shallow-ish dish so you can get a good coating on this stuff. Just mix that up thoroughly until you think everything is combined well. And now we have our breading done. Okay, so I am just breading and the ravioli. So I have 16 ounces or a pound of ravioli over here, just sitting in it was sitting in the fridge. I bought pre-made because I didn't have the time to make it today. We also, over here, we have our oven preheating to 425. And so, yeah. So basically, for the breading, you have to coat in the egg wash a couple flips. And try to use one hand for egg and one hand for the breadcrumbs because you don't want to get both of your hands in both, so you can just try to use one. And you have to let the excess of the egg drip off and then place that in there and then switch to the other hand, flip it around all the times and press it down, make sure it adheres to the ravioli, and just rinse and repeat with the rest of the ravioli. And make sure on your tray, I'm gonna put them in the toaster. Make sure if you're gonna bake them or wherever you're cooking them, make sure they're spaced an inch apart because they will expand a little. Okay, so these are what they look like before we put them in. They're nicely breaded. And what we're gonna do is spray them with a little bit of neutral cooking oil. A little bit on each. So that just gets the tops a little bit crispy. And we're gonna put these in our 425 degree oven for 17 minutes or until the tops are golden brown. Okay, so these are the raviolis a little bit in. Some of them are a little bit cooked in some places, but they'll even out. These are them about 6 minutes in. So, I don't know. I might go these for less time because they're cooking a little bit faster. But you're going to try to aim for 15 to 20 minutes, but yeah, I might aim a little bit lower, but do whatever you think is right depending on how crispy or how soft you want them. Okay, so I have a 1/3 cup of finely chopped, not really fine, but rough chopped onion here. And I have 3 cloves of garlic. We need 4. I have 3 already minced, but I'm trying to show you a trick to easily get the skin off. So you're gonna put your knife, the blade side, away from you, like this, and press down. And if it doesn't work the first time, you can press another time, and it makes impact with the garlic, and it makes the skin easier to remove. So you want to take the skin off. And first we need to cut off the little tail part where there's brown. You don't want that. And you also want to cut open the middle. And you see this green stuff? That's going to be undigestible, so you don't want that in. I got to remove that from inside of the garlic. So that's usually in the middle, so just split it open, and there would be 1 on each side. So you just remove that without taking any of the garlic with it. And now you just want to mince the garlic. And this is going to go into a pan with a little bit, like a tablespoon of olive oil. And these are we're gonna sweat them for like 5 minutes, and I'll keep you updated on this once we put them in the pan. Now we are sauteing our onions. We have a 3rd cup of onion. We have a little bit of olive oil in the pan over medium high heat. We're just gonna let these sit and saute, stirring them occasionally. So we want to wait 5 minutes until they're broken down a little. And then after that, after 5 minutes is done, we're going to add the garlic and the red pepper flakes. Okay, so now we're going to add our 4 crushed cloves of garlic. And optional, you could add chili red pepper flakes, but we couldn't find those, so we're just going to add the garlic, and we're going to saute these for another 5 minutes until the garlic is cooked and not bitter anymore. So we cooked the garlic, the red pepper flakes, and the onions, and now I put in a 28-ounce can of San Marzano tomatoes, peeled, and I put in a teaspoon of oregano, and then I put a teaspoon of pepper, and then a teaspoon of sea salt. So now we're just gonna cook this over medium heat. And we tasted a little bit before we started cooking, and it tasted a little bit too bitter. So we decided to add a couple pinches of sugar just to balance out the sourness. But if it tastes fine to you, don't add the sugar. It's just let the sauce come to a simmer, and then we added 3 sprigs of basil leaves. And now, once it comes to a simmer, we want to turn it down to a medium-low heat and cover it, and then we want to let it cook, simmer off for 30 minutes to get rid of the bitter taste. And then serve with the hot ravioli, and you're done. Okay, so this is the taste test. I got a perfectly cooked ravioli, and I have some of this marinara sauce we've been simmering for a while. Just kept it in the pot all day. Make dinner. So here's my first taste of it. It's perfect.